Peace reflections. So, right now, uh, just making a quick video. We're day 2 of water fast today. Just figure I'd check in with some of you guys on this Labor Day. Know a lot of you guys are gonna be going some cookouts today, going out and doing some things. If you guys are wondering what I'm up to right now I'm pressing some moringa pills just to have, so when I break fast on Wednesday, I can have a nice little herb set just to help fortify. So, for some of you guys who are breaking fast or thinking about going into fasts and things of that nature, um, now, because it is good to get a fast to set up sometimes, because a lot of us are eating a lot of crazy things. We've never even taken a break from eating, right? A lot of you guys have never even gone one full day in your whole life without eating, and to understand like what that is like, um, you'll see that there's a lot of benefits to taking a little break, letting your digestive tract just chill, right? 'Cause a lot of us are eating a lot of crazy different foods, all these different things. So it's always good to do a quick intermittent fast here and there, right? Let your body catch up with itself. Now, well, let me just give you guys a little this is some moringa that I like to use, right? It's very good stuff. Um, it's a lot cheaper than some of the stuff you'll get at like a Whole Foods, something like that. And then what I do is I buy, well, because I'm an herbalist anyway, I buy these vegetarian capsules, and I'll just make a few capsules of it. So that's what I'm doing right now. It's pretty easy. I can show you guys some like, so you put a little bit in a bowl, and I just take the pill and I just press it. I don't know if you can see this, but I'm just pressing the pill up against the side of the bowl, running it through some of the moringa. And then you take it like this. Now I got a full little capsule. I throw a quick top on it. Bang, bang. Boom. And then you're ready to go, right? So you don't have to spend like, I think if you buy capsules of moringa at the store, I think it's like $25, $26 for a whole thing, but for like 20 bucks, I got this, and then for another like 10 bucks, I got 1,000 capsules. So I could probably make about like 40 pill bottles worth for 30 bucks, and you'd go buy it for 25 at the store. So you're saving money and you're getting healthy, right? So I want to just talk about moringa a little bit for some people who aren't really sure and aren't really familiar with moringa. Because moringa is like one of those things now that they're trying to turn into like a superfood. But for some of the people who've been watching Dr. Sebi for a little bit, moringa is like something that he used to talk about a lot. Um, Moringa is like a superfood. It gives you all kind of B vitamins. It gives you all your vitamin C's, E's. It has high calcium, high proteins. It's good for your belly. It's good for inflammation. It's pretty much as good for anything that you can. So for some of you guys that are maybe transitioning into fruitarian, maybe going into being a vegan and a little worried about the protein thing, and how you're gonna get some of these vitamins, moringa is a good thing to use. Now, I would say I use the capsules just because moringa is a little bit bitter. It's like a herby taste, very bitter. So you want to just be very mindful. Like when you put it in smoothies, sometimes it'll really just throw your smoothie off, right? And that's not fun when you have like a nice fruit smoothie in the morning and then it's all of a sudden starts tasting really bitter. You don't want to mess with that too much. But for the most part, moringa is a fantastic thing. You can make all different kind of sauces with it, things of that nature. So if you guys are looking to kind of get a good vitamin boost and kick in your diet, add some moringa, right? Moringa is fantastic. Now, for some of you guys who are looking to water fast and get into fast life and fast here and there and do things of this nature, because fasting usually helps if I'm eating like kind of like gross food. I'd use my fast more to get for intentions now and like spiritualized, because I'm all set. Like I eat pretty clean. Like I'm pretty much fruitarian. Once in a while I'll have like a little vegan meal if if I'm feeling like some cooked food, right? So my diet's really clean anyway, so I'm not really trying to fast out toxins. However, it's good sometimes. You never know what you're getting in with your environment, right? It's more than just what you eat. But for some of you guys who are going to be fasting, let's go over a little bit of like guidelines to help you fast, right? So when you fast, there's a few things you want to make sure you do, right? I want to make sure like the wind down into a fast is pretty important. So like 2, 3 days before your fast, you want to make sure that if you're not a clean eater, if you're eating meat, if you're eating a lot of processed foods, for the 2, 3 days before you fast, you want to make sure you're eating pretty clean, right? So I want to make sure that I'm having like all kind of live foods. I want to be having salads, fruits, and a lot of water, right? Because this is gonna start to set the flora in my intestines and like start to clean out my blood preliminarily. Now, the idea of fasting is like when you get into your fast, your body starts to produce stem cells and things of this nature. So once I start to produce stem cells, you can see that I can start regenerating my body because my body's not so worried about digesting. Because a lot of us, when we eat like processed foods, meats, and things of that nature, it takes a long time for our bodies to digest these things. Like meats take like about like 6 to 12 hours to digest, like breads, complex carbs, things like that. They take a very long time for your body to digest. So if I'm eating 3 times a day, a lot of us aren't even pooping 3 times a day. That just means that our body's just spending that whole entire day digesting food. So do we ever get a chance to really work on regeneration and retuning the functions in our body? No. So sorry about that. This powder sometimes gets up in your nose. But so when you're doing a fast, right, you want to wind down to your fast, right? You want to be able to drink a lot of water, eat a lot of clean foods leading into it, so your body's has a nice spot and that nice place to really get the most out of the fast. Then, with that being said, you want to make sure you have good water. The water is key. Now, there's 3 different types of water that I suggest. For the first day and the second, well, it depends on how long you want to do it. Like a good fast to help to like clean out your colon has to be about 3 days, right? So if you really are looking to kind of like empty out that colon, you want to spend about 3 days on your fast. If you're trying to do fast for like some kind of illness, things of that nature, you can go a little bit longer. Um, but a good 3 day fast here and there is always good for you. Now you can always do an intermittent 1 day fast, which is still good as well. But a 3 day fast is usually pretty good for you. Like it'll help clean out that colon, all those things of that nature. So there's 3 type of waters you want to drink. So the first day would be like a good distilled water. Now everyone's like, oh, distilled water, you put that in irons. No. So what distilled water does, if you watch my video on water, you could go check it out on my YouTube channel. Distilled water has been stripped of a lot of its ionic compounds. So what happens is when I drink that water, it'll cling on to unnatural things in my body, heavy metals, things of that nature, and strip it out in your pee. So that is going to help to detoxify your body. Now, I don't want to be drinking distilled water the whole entire time. I don't want to be drinking distilled water all the time because that means I'm just stripping nutrients from my body, right? On the first day, it's good to have like a gallon of distilled water that can help jumpstart the stripping process. Now, after that, there are 2 types of waters that I would suggest you drink. So usually for me in the morning, I have like a mineral water. So like when you check out the mineral water, you got a lot of dissolved minerals in there, and you got bicarbonate. Bicarbonate is just baking soda, but baking soda is highly alkalizing. So it's going to really help to alkalize that intestinal flora. It's going to help to alkalize your body, give you some things like that nature. Now, after I have this, you usually want to have another like 3 liters, right, of alkaline water or spring water. So whatever one you can find. Like I've posted some pictures of like Starkey's. Starkey's is a really good geothermal spring water. That's a fantastic water. You can go with like Essentia, Eternal. There's all kind of alkaline waters. Now, when you go and get alkaline water, just be mindful. Go online first and go on YouTube and do the research because some of these alkaline waters are just like some of the foods that say that they're healthy. They're not really about that life. So you want to go and check it out and just double check and make sure the product that you're getting, right, and the thing that you're doing is in the right parameters of what you're trying to get out of your fast. Because fasting is fantastic. You'll feel a huge difference after. You get a lot of energy. After you fast, it's easier to start on newer diets. So if you go into a fast and then you've been thinking about starting vegan or something like that, go and fast first for a few days. When you do that, you'll be able to reset your taste buds a little bit. You can reset your stomach flora, and then you'll see how fast you digest food after. It's like night and day, right? Once you clean out your intestines, some of you guys have a lot of build up in there. So when we get like a lot of bloating and things of that nature, it's because your intestines can really hold a whole crap ton of crap, right? Like they can just hold crap in there. So when you're fasting, you won't eat for 3 days, but some of you guys will find that on the third day you guys are still using the bathroom. That's letting you know that you guys have had a lot of buildup. So a lot of your acne is going to start going away. A lot of things that you're going to get a lot more energy, like these tired feelings you get in the morning will go away, things of that nature. So fasting is a fantastic tool. It's a tool that everyone uses, but it takes a little bit of discipline, right? It takes discipline to fast because it's like you're going to be seeing everyone eating and then you're not going to be able to eat. So that's going to be like a little bit of like, what? I want to eat too, right? But it's okay because after your fast, you're going to be feeling a lot better than they are, right? So fasting helps in all different kinds of sense. Now, that's like during the middle of the water fast. Now, there are all different kinds of fasts too. If you want to do a juice fast, that's okay. For some of you guys, if you guys want to do like a fruit fast, like there's that notion where you just eat fruit, but like just be a fruitarian. But anyway, you can do a fruit fast if you want as well. Like you'll see a lot of big differences there too. But when you start any of these fasts, just make sure you do like at least a day to start off of just water, something like that. Now, after the fast, okay, after the fast is it's a major key, right? I don't want to break my fast like on my third day, like my fourth morning comes, then I just go and eat some eggs and pancakes and bacon and all this stuff. You're just ruining exactly what you did, and you're gonna find that you're gonna be feeling real sick because now your body is pure, right? So now you're gonna feel the toxins that you're putting in your body. So for the first week or two after, you want to still be eating that clean diet, and especially on the first couple days, get fruits that are high water content, right? So like me, I have a big old seeded watermelon in there waiting for me, right? So that's the only thing I'm going to eat probably for the first 2 days. After then I have some dates, so I can move up into some dates after. Then I'll start getting back into my nuts and my regular regimen. But for the first like 3, 4, 5, 6 days, like you just want to be as mindful as you can after, right? You want to start introducing certain types of foods slowly because your body is very, 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 it's going to be very susceptible towards like certain like things that you do to it. So when you're not really putting in the good food after, and if you're not being mindful about what foods you put in after you fast, you're going to be feeling all kind of different feelings, right? Another thing is you're going to start feeling your mood. Like when I'm in my fast, I'm probably like the calmest ever. A lot of people get like angry, and that's just because they eat a lot of junk. So like they're technically withdrawing. So like if you're eating a lot of meats and things of that nature, you're not getting a lot of these different hormones in your body anymore, a lot of these different stimulants. You're going to be feeling a little bit like on edge, right? However, the more you fast and the more you clean out your diet, when you fast, you become a lot calmer. It's more like a spiritual type of thing. So you'll actually feel that difference and it'll feel a lot better, right? All right, so we just finished up. Let's show you, got a good set here. Got like 8 days worth of Moringa pills real quick, right? Just quick, instead of going and paying $25 for 40 pills, I just come right over here. I press my own pills, make them. It cost me $30 for just this whole entire thing together, and I could make pills for like 2-3 months, right? So again, knowing how to make those pockets work for you, so you can get up out of here, keep those freedom papers. But anyway, so for my people that are looking into fast, I have a lot of people who message me about fast and fasting and doing these type of things. This is a cheat guide for you. Watch the video, go back and watch this. Oh, thank you so much. Go back and watch this video for some of you people that are trying to learn how to fast and trying to learn how to fast properly, get into it, check this video out if you're catching it late, and you can find out all the little intricacies of fasting, how to get into it, and then how to get out of it, which is just as important as how to get into it. Other than that, stay strong if you're going through it. Keep that mental stay strong. Make sure, that's why I always set intentions before I fast. Set an intention in your mind. Give yourself a reason for it, so you can give yourself some inner strength, right? So you can still watch other people eating, and you're not gonna be all like freaking out and getting all hungry and all that stuff, right? Because you guys got it. Anyone who wants to fast, it's a very easy thing once you just get your mind right and get your mental strong to do it. Anyone can fast. Fasting is not, it's not something that's very hard, nothing like that. You just got to break that notion of, I have to eat every single day, I got to eat 3 times a day, yada yada yada. That doesn't work anymore. If you want to do some research on stuff like that, go look up breatharians. Right? A lot of people don't even understand what a breatharian is. There's some people that don't eat at all, and they're living longer than some of us who are eating these 3 square meals a day and all this healthy food that we think we're getting from like these stores. So we got to start to reinvent and rethink these notions of health, right? Because once we start to do that, we'll start to see that there's a lot more levels to this, right? And fasting's a good way to kind of put yourself in check. Most people think that they couldn't survive if they didn't. That's my first thing when people's like, oh, you're fasting? I couldn't even survive if I fasted. And it's like, what? Like, I fast probably 4 or 5 times a month, right? I'll do intermittent fasting, I'll do things of that nature. Never too intense. Like, lately I've been like I've been eating a lot cleaner because I've moved to the fruitarian for the past like 80% fruit based and nuts and things like that. I've been doing that now for about like a month and a half, 2 months. Actually 2.5 months, I'm sorry. So my diet's been a lot cleaner, so I haven't felt the need to fast as much. But when you're eating just like a regular vegan diet too, sometimes a lot of like the meat replacements and things of that nature, they can get you feeling a little bit off kilter as well, right? Because remember, there's still processed foods even when you are a vegan. There's still vegan things that you probably just as bad as processed anything. So just be mindful, right? Because I know a lot of people are messing with me. Oh, thank you, no problem. There's a lot of people who are going out here and becoming vegans, right? And they're eating, and then they're going and buying all these meat replacements, and they're buying this, and this, which is good. You know what I mean? It's a good first step because you're gonna feel a lot better from them. But you still got to remember that those things are still processed foods as well, right? So you're still gonna be getting some of the side effects that you would if you're eating just processed, like Babylon food, as we call it. Yep. Fruits all day, keep the fake doctors away. Swag, swag, right? No, like, let thy food be thy health, right? Let the food be thy medicine, right? Hippocrates, the big hypocrite, right? Learning from Imhotep, taught us all that. So we gotta be mindful, right? You don't need as much. People that ask me like crazy things, like, Matt, I remember I came back from California. When I was in California, I was just eating straight fruit. I was eating only jackfruit and watermelon for the last month I was out in California. I came back home and everyone was like, Matt, your teeth are so white, but how do you do that? And I was like, what? I was like, I haven't brushed my teeth in a month. I don't know what you're talking about. Like, what I do for my teeth? I just been eating better food so I don't build up the plaque. Is peanut butter okay? Nah, no. Peanut butter. So peanut butter is a legume. It's not a peanut. And also the oils they use in peanut butter are usually like canola oils and things of that nature. So you want to be very mindful about peanut oil and peanut butter. Like almond butter is good. Crunchy almond butter is fantastic. Walnut butter is good. Things of that nature. Those are going to give you a step up and they're going to make you feel a lot better. Like all the peanut butter that you kind of get in supermarkets and things of that nature aren't good. Even if you get organic, peanut butter is like a dirty nut. You want to get tree nuts because tree nuts are taking in more. They're taking in the sun. They're taking in all those kind of things. So the nutrient breakdown is a lot different. One of the best things you could do is just go to like Whole Foods or something and go buy like they have that section with just like the nuts and the thing. Go buy like cashews or something like that and just go home and make your own cashew nut butter. And use like coconut oil and just be like in it. You save money. You save a lot of money. If you're in East Providence, you can go to the Job Lot in like over on the Seekonk line. They have Butcher Boy coconut oil over there. They have like a big tub of it for like $10. Go to Whole Foods, get like a pound of go get a pound of cashews, and then just make some cashew nut oil, or I mean cashew nut butter, or go and if you like walnuts, walnut butter, or you can make almond butter, or you could just buy almond butter. I mean, Trader Joe's has some good different things like that you can go and grab too. That's a little bit cheaper than going to Whole Foods sometimes, and it's organic as well. So I would go with those options. When we talk about the because peanut butter, just be very mindful. Yeah, no problem. Give it a try. It's good stuff. You can also put like a little bit of like agave nectar and stuff like that. Because the problem is when you get the peanut butter a lot, they put a lot of sugars in it. And just be mindful of oils. We all got to be more mindful of the oils in the foods that we eat. Like canola oil is crap. Canola oil isn't even called canola oil. It's called rapeseed oil. But they call it canola because rapeseed is a bad marketing tool, right? So, and it's made from Canada. It's made out of Canada. It's always a GMO oil. It's never a good oil, and they put that in a lot of our stuff. So when you see canola oil, it's a no-go. You want to make sure it's either coconut oil. You want to make sure it's olive oil, walnut oil. There's a lot of different good oils. Just stay away from canola oil. If you're cooking with canola oil at the house, throw it away as soon as possible and start fresh. Canola oil is not good for your body. Um, it helps inhibit like free radical buildup, all that kind of stuff. I mean, I'm sorry. It actually aids free radical buildup. I'm sorry, it doesn't inhibit it. But you can there's a lot of better oils, like avocado oil is a great cooking oil. I like to say for some people, like avocado oil you can cook with, and coconut oil you can cook with. Those are two oils that if you're going to be cooking with oils and stuff, that's going to help you, just help you out. Those things can withstand more heat. You don't want to cook with olive oil anymore. You put olive oil on after. Olive oil is a very finicky and delicate oil. So when I heat olive oil too much, it becomes like a carcinogen. It's bad for my body. So these are little like hints with the oils and stuff to be mindful of. Sorry, I went on a little tangent. You guys make me hungry with all this oil and nut talk. But now, just like I show you guys now. Now I'm just making a quick little digestive herb mixture now. This has Cascara sagrada, yellow dock, blessed thistle, and a little bit of rhubarb root. So this here is going to help to clean out the intestines. This is going to just aid in digestion. Cascara sagrada is fantastic. Yellow dock is fantastic. Rhubarb root is fantastic for the intestines. So when you guys having intestinal problems, and then blessed thistle is going to help with oxygen delivery. So it's going to really help to kind of like even out that system, things of that nature. So these are some herbs that sometimes I take just during fasts or like while I'm coming out of a fast, just to make sure that I'm still getting all the phytonutrients, all the nutrients that my body needs. But you could still just do just a straight water fast for a while. Like there's nothing wrong with that. I've done that as well too. I've done like 20-day water fast, things of that nature. Those are fine as well. I like those, but sometimes I just like to try different fasts out. You get different effects. I know it's weird it's weird that my fasts become like fun times for me. So I do little things to keep it exciting, keep myself interested, keep my mind on it, just so I'm not just worried about not eating food the whole time. These are little tricks of the trade for you guys trying to start fasting and get into that fasting life mentality. But the cleaner I eat, the less I have to fast, right? So if I'm just eating good food all the time, if I'm eating clean foods, I'll never feel like I need to fast. So let the fast be something that keeps you on a fast, right? This is just because I have a big move coming up at the end of the month, so I'm just trying to get my intentions right, get my vessel right. So we'll be doing some good stuff. You guys will be able to follow me and check out some cool new things that we're going to be getting into. So that's about it for today. After I get these all pressed up, I'm going to be heading out for the day. I'm going to spend some time on the beach, get some vitamin D, get into the ocean a little bit. You know what I mean? Really get back in tune. So I hope you guys will be doing some fun things today, getting yourselves out into nature, getting yourselves outside, enjoying the lovely day. 'Cause it's been so rainy the last few days, right? And cold out here for you guys in the Northeast. So get yourself outside today. We're gonna have some more rain coming, so get outside, take those shoes off, right? Put your feet on the earth, get that telluric energy, help to ground yourself. And again, for some of you guys who don't know about grounding and earthing, go check out my YouTube channel. The link's on my page. I had a whole video on earthing, whole video on grounding. You could see all the benefits from it, so you guys could start incorporating it into your day-to-day basis, right? So I'm gonna be checking out now. I love you all. I love myself. Have a great day.